Well, hello and welcome to Cozy Couch Corner again for tea and taro. And I'm still wrapped up because I've still not got heating. But on the plus side, the man that was going to come yesterday to sort some stuff out for me, he couldn't come. He got back late from wherever he was going first. Oh, I just squidged my camera a little bit. That's better. You only see one of my shoulders and I don't want to miss the cards or anything. Right. He come today instead, come sort of late morning. But it was really worth it, I tell you. He came and he looked at me broken guttering, needs an end bit. And I wouldn't have known some of the fascia needs replacing. I wouldn't even know it was called fascia. So that needs to be done. And the rest is garden clearance. But also I asked him if he'd take me other stuff to the tip, like all the stuff I'm clearing out, old electricals and knackered batteries and the Hoover that went up in flames. We had to chat about that. And I knew that tradespeople had to buy a licence from the council to take stuff to the tip. Now, rubbish tip, if you're not English, I think, do Americans call it the dump, like the city dump? Or some of it might go to a recycling centre. But I had no idea they had to pay by weight for the stuff that they took there for their customers and stuff. So he's going to give me a quote anyway, and then it'll be whatever it costs him at the tip on top, which is fine. And I was also telling him about all sorts of stuff because I got the problem with the wood boring insects in the boiler room, which he didn't think was a big problem. And he couldn't really see the holes, so he said just seal them in with paint. So okay. And there's mould there from where the guttering was broken, and he's going to give me a bottle of stuff to spray it with. Oh, and he sorted me electrics, which is bonkers. I thought I was going to have to get an electrician in after the Hoover incident, and then yesterday finding my oven didn't work, so the whole ring had gone out. I had no idea what sort of fuses I'd got because I've never dealt with them here, and I wasn't even looking in the right place. The place I pointed him to where that meter wasn't the fuse box, but he found the fuse box anyway, and it's just trip switches, and he said they're so sensitive, if you put it on and anything's wrong on the circuit it'll flip off again. So he said, so just it should be safe enough to try it. So he flipped. I was a bit bothered, but he flipped it on. That means my oven works now. But the socket where the vacuum cleaner was plugged in, I was still a bit ginger about, even though it didn't look like there was no smoke lines, there was no melting, there was nothing, and it wasn't hot after. But I was just freaked the heck out, so I wouldn't touch it. But I got my Brave on and I tried it. Tried it with my circuit breaker first, and it had power. So I thought, well, it should be all right, because he said if there's anything wrong, trip switch will go again. And I thought my telly had gone as well, because that had been plugged into the same thing that the vacuum cleaner was plugged into at the time. And no, my telly's fine. I haven't watched telly for days because I thought my telly were bust, and it's not. I plugged it in and watched telly at lunchtime because I like to have it on while I'm eating, so I'm not on my own. So yeah, so much better day. I had a chat to him. One of the reasons I picked him, I went on a local Facebook group, excuse me, and I did a search, and somebody had asked for, I can't remember if it was garden clearance or handyman or something like that anyway. And there was a few people mentioned, and he wasn't the first. He was the second person I looked up. The first person I looked up, when I looked at their profile, there was crotch shots. It was a tool belt, a tool belt, somebody wearing a tool belt, but it was literally a man. And it was literally just that section. And I just looked at it and I was just like, no, we do not need the crotch shots. So the next one I looked at was him and and when you look at their profile, because you're not friends with them, you don't see all of their posts, but there was a few things he'd probably made public, and a couple of things were mental health. So I looked at that and I go, that's the person for me, because they'll understand. And he does. So yes, that was great. I didn't realise he got his partner in the van until the end when he was saying goodbye. So I gave her a wave. Stood out in the rain talking for ages, and then he sorted me electric. So he's already saved me money. I haven't had to call an electrician out or deal with that. So, and I've got advice on the other stuff that I need to do. And there was definitely where I thought there had been a leak from one of the heating pipes, one of the radiator pipes. I'd been too scared to do it. He poked it and he said, yeah, it's definitely. It got a bit weird on the ceiling down there, but he said he won't poke it anymore, so that's good. Anyway, still got that boiler engineer out, still got to clear up enough space. If you've had mental health problems and your house has got into a state, it's normal. If you've had a nervous breakdown, apparently that's quite normal. It's just people don't really talk about it a lot. So I've got stuff still to clear up and clear out to make space for the boiler engineers, heating engineers to get in and sort the boiler out, and then they're going to have to cut out some of the ceiling to fix the pipe. And that did fill me with the thought of that is one of the reasons it put me off getting it dealt with, because it's like, I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. I have to get someone then to put a bit of ceiling up and blah. Yeah, because you know what it's like when you've gone off on one. Yeah, but actually I don't feel it's that big a deal now. And I meant to ask him if he did ceilings, but I didn't. But otherwise, I'm sure the boiler people will recommend someone to put a bit of ceiling back up. So that's all got to be dealt with. But I'm feeling a lot happier about things. So that sorted out a lot just in one visit. That sorted out a lot of stuff. I've still got to get a quote, and he's still got to come and do stuff. And he's suddenly become very popular. So he said only recently he's just suddenly, like, his business has just rocketed. So he's got lots of people. So I don't know when he's going to come and do it. But if I just pile stuff outside for him to tip, he'll pick it up when he's got a load for someone else or something. He lives in the same village, so that's always reassuring. So yeah, I'll have a swig of tea, bring my energy back down from my head into my tummy, and I was going to say if I want to bring it down to my root chakra, I have to bring it down to my bum. But no, I'm thinking, well, I'll just bring it down to my tummy. See? Much happier. Poof! The energy. Poof. Yep. The energy is up because the poof. And I was drinking the tea already, so I don't think it was definitely the tea. I've got all my layers on again. Right. Oh, it's weekend, isn't it? It's weekend reading. I've got to do 2 of them. Good job. I feel like I'm full of beans today, doesn't it? Oh, right. I'll ease myself into it. Right. Okay, I think I'm going to have to get used to the fact that the energy just feels different now. But I like that it's warming me up. Okay. What message do you have for us for Saturday, the 4th of October, 2025, please? You know, I always get told to slow down now. And breathe, Babs. Breathe. Stop holding your breath. Right, here we go. Hang on. I'm getting shouted at. Take the jacket off. I am. I've just gone superheated now. Colder in the mornings. I don't know why. Right. We'll get there. We'll get there. Bear with. Right. Oh no, I've not trapped myself. Oh no, that's alright. Thought I trapped. Sometimes I trap myself in my body warmer with the zip. Right. I'm gonna have to take that off as well. We got plenty of energy going through anyway. Oh, I love a nice stretch when I'm there. Right. Every time I do tarot reading, I think that was weird. It can't get any weirder. It still does. Really, it does, right. So we're doing Saturday, the 4th of October, 2025. What's our message, please? A lot of hanging. Oh, nearly. That might have been. But it didn't go till I tipped it. No. I had some sticking up and got no. I did get told to slow down again. Oh, yeah, very clear. I didn't look at it. I think it might be the Queen of Cups. It is, in fact, the Queen of Cups reversed. No. I asked if we were doing the next one. We're not. We're doing the one on the bottom. The one on the bottom is the Two of Coins. And again, it's about balance. Being balanced. I'll leave that up right over there in case I want to go back to that. So, Queen of Cups reversed. And normally the Queen of Cups is either... Oh, it is. Are we in a sea of emotions? A sea of emotions. Sometimes it's subconscious, but no, we're in a sea. We might be in a sea of emotions. There's a lot of energy about, a lot of I don't know that chaotic is the right word, but yeah, the energy is definitely up and down. A lot of people are getting a lot of stuff coming back up from childhood, from, you know, throughout their life, and having to deal with it, process it, or just old I mean, don't want to make it sound like it's huge things. It's just old memories, things that maybe didn't get sorted out, or things that you just go, so things might be, maybe things just need processing, or they just need acknowledging on their way through, and that's where we want them to go through. But yes, so it looks like some of us are going to be quite emotional. We're dealing. Some of us are dealing with their own emotions, so that means some of us are dealing with other people's emotions. So the sea of emotions might be ours for some of us, and it might be other people's. And swimming through it. I've got swimming through it. So going back to the balance card, the Two of Coins, if it's our emotions that we're swimming through, and you need a break, take a break. It's like you don't have to do all the work all in one go, or all the processing all in one go, or deal with all the things all in one go. Take a break, do some other stuff. If you're all in your head doing stuff, or you're all in your emotions, go and do something physical, just to shift the energy for a bit. You can always come back to dealing with whatever you're dealing with, but sometimes it's good that we do a bit and then we get away. And if it's somebody else, it's not healthy for you to be dealing with someone who's extremely emotional 24/7. Pardon me. So if somebody else is swimming in their emotions, it's the balance of you not being the only one that's there for them, there being other people, share it around a bit, but also making sure that you have time to yourself and you have time to deal with your own stuff. I mean, it happens a lot. I mean, most therapists, in fact, I should think all therapists have a therapist, because because they're dealing with other people's stuff, and then not only do they need to deal with other people's residual stuff, but they have to deal with their own stuff as well. So make time for yourself and make sure you're not swimming in it all the time, that there is a level of balance there. I'll put these back and I'll do Sundays. Yes, let's. Now I've seen that one. Let's just. I made a pig's ear with that, didn't I? Right, let's just do a quick. I'm just. I hadn't pulled for yesterday's, for Sundays yet. Right. But you're giving me cards. What you giving me? Okay. This for Sunday? What's this for? This isn't Sundays. So this is an additional message for anybody. They said it's for me, but just in case it's for anybody. Is it just for me? No, just in case it's for anybody else. 8 of coins, which actually tags on from the other one of finding the balance and not spending all your time swimming in other people's emotions. Or if somebody's making you incredibly emotional all the time, you've got to really ask the reason why. The 8 of coins is about, there's a few like this, not sacrificing yourself for other people in an unhealthy way, not damaging yourself for other people, especially often for people that aren't even grateful or don't even care. So, and then the 3 of coins are reversed. That's normally collaboration. It's quite joyful. It's quite happy. Yeah, if you're busy sacrificing yourself for someone else in an unhealthy way, and it's keeping you away from other people or enjoyment, enjoying your life or anything else, or celebrating, that's a red flag in any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but yeah. And also, you need that if you're busy working for other people, or you're doing stuff. You have to have some enjoyment and some fun. You've got to it's balancing it all out again, isn't it? You can do the heavy stuff, you can do the hard stuff, but you've got to do the silly stuff too. You've got to do the whimsy and the daftness, just so there's this balancing. Right, that was just a weird added one for, I don't know. Right, now do Sundays. Okay. what message do you have for us for Sunday, the 5th of October, 2025, please? Yep. It's weirder than usual. And also what popped into my head when I started, because it went a bit strange, was my tarot skills are being tested, but I'm not sure where that came from. So it's like, do we feel like we're being tested with something? I don't know. Okay. We have, yeah, that was reversed. We have the Page of Coins reversed. This one was a that was Justice upright. What about that one? Yeah, I think to be fair, that was what's that? The Ten of Wands, which is pretty relevant most of the time. We grow through what we go through. So is that with Justice? Justice again is balance. That can be balance. I mean, that can be, yes, our lives. That can be balance coming in from outside when we've been wronged, to that kind of justice. But that's interesting, isn't it? Those two together. The Ten of Wands, we grow through what we go through. Still a tongue twister, and I don't know why I say it. With justice and balance, are we going to get some justice for the crap that other people have put us through, or just whatever we've been through, depending on your situation? That would be good. I'll put them over there a minute. So our primary was the Page of Coins reversed. And I've got words from a song, Always the Sun, as in S-U-N, the sun in the sky. Always, always, always the sun. I don't want to get a copyright strike, and that's probably the only bit I know anyway. Always the sun. Interesting, because the sun is the happy card. The happy, joyful card. What do we need to know about happiness? Keeping hope. About hope. It's not about hope, it's about happiness. Happiness spreading out. I can see happiness spreading out. I can see waves of happiness. Ooh. Is that the, no, heart? It's the heart chakra. I thought it was sort of somewhere between ear and ear. So that's either the heart. Yeah, I'm going to go with the heart chakra. It could be upper heart chakra, but yeah, coming from happiness, coming from our heart chakra. So what's that about? Feeling the love. And you can feel the love even if you're entirely on your own. Just either draw up the feeling or think about something that fills your heart with love. Like often for me, it's happy dogs. Happy dogs. Happy little dogs coming up having a fuss. But consciously think about filling your heart with love. get that feeling, because that affects your entire body and your mood and everything else. And just take a moment. Take a moment to fill your heart with love and to feel that love, especially if things have been a bit meh. Okay, I've asked, oh, excuse me. I've asked if there was anything else from that card and I got no. So what are we doing? We're cultivating the feeling of love in our heart to add to our happiness. And some of us might get justice for some of the crap we've been through, but generally it was another one. It was also talking about balance. So we've had two cards both days over the weekend that were balanced. So yeah, life balance thing. Okay, there we are then.